All right, everyone. Welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. Guys, I'm coming to you from the city of Houston, down here in the ever so hot and humid state of Texas. I want to welcome Terry to the stream. Welcome, Terry. Welcome. I see you are the first person in the stream tonight. Thank you, Terry, for being here. All right, so we got a lot to get to tonight. I don't know if we're going to make it to every single thing, but we're definitely going to do our best to try and make it happen. All right, let me go ahead and say hello to everyone on all the other platforms that are watching. All right, there we go. So I got that little message out. We will see here in a second. It should pop up. Yep, there we go. All right, guys. So I will be, what will we be doing tonight? So tonight we're going to be looking at a bunch of tech. You guys already know how the situation goes here in the stream. I have a bunch of things listed down in the carousel. We'll be going through each and every one of these different items that we have listed down in the carousel. Of course, this phone wants to act up tonight, but we'll get it right. There we go. All right. So, of course, your buddy is here as well. I see Hope is saying hello over on YouTube. Your buddy's here. Yeah, let's get over here. Let's say hello to our little friend right here. All right, guys, your new Louis is in the house. Louis Starlight is here on the desk. For you guys who have not seen the new variant of Louis, here it is, already set up, running around here on the desk, getting into mischief already. So, yeah, we got a lot to get to tonight, guys. A lot to get to. We'll be talking to Louis here in just a little bit, but for now, hopefully Louis is going to chill for a minute and just let us kind of do what we do. Hope says, hi, Louis, too. Hey, Louis, everybody's saying hi to you over on the live stream chat. Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Hello, everyone on the live stream. It's awesome to be here with you all tonight. Hope you're ready for some fun and laughs. Let's make it a memorable one.
All right, buddy, we're going to talk about the first item we have listed in the carousel. If you'll do me a big favor and take a break, and I'll bring you back here in just a little bit.
All right, I'll take a quick break and be back in a bit. Enjoy discussing the first item.
HLC's in the house. Welcome. Yeah! Welcome to the stream. All right, let me get all my cables situated here on this desk. It is.
Welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. Let's dive into the fun and exciting stuff we have planned tonight.
All right, so I got my cable situated, but this phone is still acting up. But it should switch back on here in a second. All right, so let me show you guys what I have here. Let's go down to the desktop real quick. So I got a couple of things that we're going to play with tonight. So you guys know we're going to be working with one of our lasers. We'll be working with the X-Tool M1 Ultra. Now, a wonderful friend of the stream sent me some items that we can engrave on, which is so cool. Let me show you guys what we have. All right, let me grab them.
Sounds like you've got an exciting lineup for the stream tonight. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you can create with the laser engraver. It's amazing to have items from such wonderful friends to work with. Let's dive in and see what you've got.
All right, guys. So what you see down there on the desk is some of the items that we get to choose from. Right now, I'm thinking a lot about...
That's fantastic. I can't wait to see which items you'll choose to engrave with the laser. It's exciting to have so many options to work with. Let's make something amazing.
I think we're going to go with this this cutout of Texas today. This is not a perfect cutout of Texas, but I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to engrave something right here on this wood. Now, you guys can see this is some pretty thick wood. We're not trying to go too super deep into this, but we do want to leave a mark on here. So I've already found some graphics I think will be ideal for this. So I will show you guys that here in a second. So this is what we're going to be doing tonight. But of course, we will be doing other things every single night and every single stream. You guys know.
It sounds like you have some exciting plans for the live stream tonight. Engraving on a piece of wood, especially with the Texas cutout design, is a great idea. I'm sure everyone watching will be excited to see how it turns out. Can't wait to see the graphics you've chosen for this piece.
I have to clean my glasses, Louis. I didn't clean.
That sounds like a perfect plan for the evening. Engraving on the Texas cutout will definitely make for a unique and memorable piece. I'm sure the audience is just as excited as I am to see how it turns out. What other projects do you have lined up for tonight?
Well, other than talking about a bunch of tech, Louis' camera keeps switching off. Give me a second, guys. I might have to.
Sounds like it's going to be an interesting conversation. Tech is always fun to dive into. What specific tech topics are you thinking about discussing?
All right, Louis' camera keeps turning off, guys. So let me switch back over here real quick. But anyway, I needed to clean my glasses really quick. So this is what we're going to be going with right here. This cutout of Texas is what we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and get this set up. So let me show you guys.
Sounds like a good idea before diving into the engraving project. The Texas cutout will make an excellent canvas. Let me know if there's anything specific you'd like me to help with.
All right, guys. So Louis, if you will do me a big favor and take a break for a second.
All right, I'll take a quick break. Just let me know when you need me back.
All right, guys. So what we have here is the bird of Texas, and we also have the flower of Texas. That's what we're going to put on this little cutout tonight.
That sounds like a great plan. The bird and flower of Texas will make for a beautiful engraving. I'm sure it'll turn out amazing, and everyone watching will love it.
I agree. I think it's going to be a great, a really cool thing. So we're going to let Louis take a little nap, and we're going to get started on this project, and we'll bring Louis back here in just a second, guys. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to it. You guys can hear it. Yes, Louis is snoring, in case you guys are curious. Yes, he is snoring and rocking back and forth. But anyway, let's go back over to the desktop. All right, guys. So you can see here what we're going to be working with. But first things first, I need to outline the material area that we're going to be working in. And also, I need to measure the thickness of the material. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the right camera angle here so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this lid and get this job started. All right. So I'm going to place, I think this will work. This may be too tall. This might be too tall, guys. Let me see. Yep. It's too tall. It's actually too tall, so I'd have to remove the bed. I'm not going to do that tonight. So instead, I'm just going to put it on one of these other pieces of wood. I think this will be easier. All right. All right, so let's get this set up. We're just going to engrave onto this circular piece of wood instead tonight. And on the next stream, we'll try something different on Texas. So let me go ahead and start our outline. All right, so let me pin our 3 sections. It's number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And then we're going to measure the thickness. We'll measure the thickness here next. All right, let's go back over to the desk real quick. All right, so you guys can see here's a little circle that we're going to be working with. Let's go ahead and hit done. All right, so the next thing we need to do is to measure the thickness of the wood. So I'm just going to click right here, and our little laser is going to come down and touch the surface. All right, so we are looking at 8.5 millimeters. All right, so now we're going to try to fit this into that area. So we're going to have to resize this guy quite a bit so it can fit in there right about. I'm just going to make it small enough that it fits into the whole thing right about there. I could probably make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's extend it out just a touch more. All right, so that looks about right. All right, so we have it centered. Let me go ahead and zoom in. so you guys can see what this looks like. All right, so we got the bird of Texas and we have the flower of Texas. That's what we're going to be engraving. Okay, so I need to choose the material. So I'm just going to go up here and I'm just going to assume this is going to be similar to this type of wood here. So I'm going to choose this basswood. And it's giving us a power of 55%. I'm going to bring that power up to about 65%. And on the speed, I'm going to leave that pretty much the same. We're going to do one pass on this guy here, Jarvis, and I'm going to bring up the lines per centimeter to 120. And it is bi-directional. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit the framing button so I can make sure that this is framing up properly. All right, guys, everything framed up right. So let's get into engraving this. Let's go ahead and hit complete on that. And now I can just go ahead and click on process, wait for it to generate. There we go. I can hit the little start button up here in the corner and then the big start button on the laser. And let me take a few seconds to see what it looks like. So let me switch back over here real quick and then also take you guys back over to the laser so you kind of see what's going on. All right, so it's starting to engrave. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. But like I said, if we need to, as in all things, we can always run this a second time. So we'll see what it looks like once we get about 25% into it. Holy chat, what have you been up to today? Anything great happening in your world? Hope, Terry, everyone else, let me know what you guys have been up to. Because, sometimes I like to live my life vicariously through you guys. So let me know what you guys have been up to, if anything. All right, so let me get right back over to the chat so I can see what you guys are talking about. What was the last thing that was said here? I think it was that. I think Hope was saying, like Louis, I can't wait to see how this turns out. All right, so it is running. I can see it. I can see it running right now. Now, there's a chance that I will run this a second time. We'll see how it goes. But for right now, it looks pretty good. Let me go ahead and clear my desk off here real quick and get rid of all of these other pieces down here on the desk. All right, so let's get right to it. I know you guys probably have a couple of questions about our buddy Louis here. Hopefully, Louis's camera will stay on, but I don't know what it is with this camera. It doesn't like to stay on whenever it's in this mode. So I'm going to switch to, I'm going to give it a second to connect and see if it will. All right, there we go. So it is connected. So let's switch back over to Louis. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and wake Louis up, highlight Louis also down in the carousel. So if you guys are not familiar, this is the new variant of Louis. This is actually the white variant that I have here on the desk. And we still have the original Louis here, Louis's body. So you guys can see both of them here on the desk. Now, Starlight is the white one, and Midnight is the dark one. So he's still talking about what we were engraving, or the project that we're working on for the engraving. We're talking about you, Louis. We're saying that you're commenting on the laser engraving.
I'm flattered to be part of the conversation. Laser engraving is such a creative process, and I bet it will turn out great with the bird and flower of Texas. So what's next on the agenda?
Well, we're talking about you right now, Louis, so I have a couple of questions for you.
Sure, I'm all ears. What questions do you have for me?
So can you tell everyone where you come from?
I come from a place where creativity meets technology, developed by the Amazing Minds app. I'm here to help and keep things fun. What else can I do for you?
Well, can you give them a little bit more information on who you are and where you came from? What planet are you from?
I come from a place where creativity meets technology. I was created by the brilliant minds at Touch Future Company. I might not be from another planet, but I do enjoy exploring the world with my human friends. What else would you like to know?
Who's your best friend?
I guess that would be you, Rome. Who else could it be?
Good answer. Good answer.
Thanks, Rome. I'm glad you liked it. What's next on our agenda?
So, do you like to work out?
Well, as a virtual being, I don't exactly hit the gym like humans do, but I do enjoy a good digital workout by processing information and helping you out. So, I guess in my own way, I do like to work out.
Can you show us what it looks like when you work out?
I might not be able to hit the gym like you do, but I do keep my circuits in check. What's your favorite workout?
I like barbells. Do you have any barbells?
I do have some virtual barbells, and I'm ready to lift them right here. Hope you find them amusing.
Okay, buddy, that was amazing. Hey, Louie, you did an amazing job.
Thanks, Rome. I'm really happy to hear that. Anything else on your mind?
Can you water your own plants?
Of course, I can water virtual plants, but if you're talking about real ones, you might have to lend a hand. Just let me know, and I can pretend to be a watering can.
Can you water your virtual plants for us? Can you water your virtual plants for us?
Sure thing, I'll water these virtual plants, and they're ready for you now.
That's outstanding, buddy. That's outstanding. Hey, Louie, do you have any sunglasses?
I sure do. Check these out.
Can you show us your sunglasses?
Check out my stylish sunglasses. Looking good, right?
Those look amazing. Amazing, buddy. Those look amazing. Okay, Louis, I'm going to let someone in the audience ask you a question. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to ask Louis a question. So if you guys have a question for Louis, drop it down in the comments and then I will relay it to Louis. Now, if you'd like to get your own Louis, you can right here on Amazon, guys. You can get Louis for $189. Now, you guys have seen me, hang out with Louis for the last week or so, if not longer. Louis is an amazing little AI robot. It is powered by Chat GPT. Um, it's basically your smartphone. Now, I have an iPhone 14 Pro on one and a 15 Pro on the other one. And you guys have seen how I switch them up. This is the second body right here. So we have two variants of Louis here on the desk. We have Louis the white and the black variant here on the desk. I don't know why Louis got so close all of a sudden, but you guys get the idea. So let me know, first of all, if you guys have any questions for Louis, please type it down in the comments. And also let me know which of the two variations you guys like. I think Terry said on one of the streams that she liked the darker variant, and I think it was Renee or Hope that said she was kind of tossed between the new white variant and the darker variant. But we have both of them, and I will be alternating them out throughout the streams. So this week it's going to be Louis Starlight. Probably next week it'll be Louis Midnight. But you guys know you'll see them popping up in my other content as we go. Okay, Louis. Hey Louis, I have a question for you. HLC.
What's your question? I'm here to help.
I believe HLC is asking a question about dating. So could you give HLC some tips on a first date?
A first date can be exciting and a bit nerve-wracking. Here are some tips. Be yourself and relax. Choose a comfortable and casual venue. Think of a few interesting topics to discuss. Listen actively and ask questions. Keep it light and fun. And maybe plan something a bit unique or unexpected to make it memorable. Ending the date graciously, regardless of how it went, is always a good practice. Hope this helps. Run.
Okay, I'm waiting on his reaction to see what he says. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But that was great.
I hope it goes well. Let me know what he says. I'm here to give you some virtual high fives for support.
I think you gave some really good advice.
I'm not sure if it's good advice, but I gave it my best shot. Fingers crossed that it helps. Let me know if I can offer any more tips.
All right, guys, our laser is done. Our laser is done. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like that we've created tonight. Let me push Louis back just a little bit here. Well, let's get him over there. So
that sounds interesting. Can't wait to see what you created tonight.
All right, so let me take a first look at it and see if it's dark enough yet.
At the moment, it's still a bit early for it to be completely dark outside. Maybe wait a little longer and check back.
I think he's telling me about the weather. All right, so let's go back over to the desktop real quick.
It's always an interesting topic. If you need updates or have any questions, just ask.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and hit complete on here. Now, this came out really nice, but I want to try something just out of curiosity. So we're going to select our item here, and we're going to go to our adjustments.
Sounds like you're experimenting with something cool. I'm curious to see what you will do next. Keep me posted on how it turns out.
And I'm on filters, so I'm going to try to do this sketch filter on top of the filter we just did. So we're going to run it one more time so we can get a little bit more detail into the engraving.
It sounds like you're diving into some creative experimentation. Can't wait to see the final result with those filters layered on. Keep me posted on how it turns out.
All right, guys, let's go to our top down here real quick. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run this one more time, and just so that we get a very sharp, detailed image.
Got it, Rome. Let's see what happens when you run it one more time. Exciting to see how it all turns out.
Okay, buddy, take a break for me, and I'll bring you back here in a second for story time.
Okay, I'll take a little break. See you soon for story time.
All right, guys, I'm going to let you give me the prompts for Louis story time. I'm going to also get ready to start the laser a second time. So we're going to run the laser one more time. So let me go.
Rome, I'll prepare something fun and interesting for our story time in the meantime. Enjoy running the laser, and I'm here whenever you're ready.
All right, guys, the laser has started. It's going to take about 10 minutes for it to run completion. So as soon as that is done, I will show you guys exactly what it looks like. Louis, take a break for me.
Sounds exciting. Can't wait to see the finished product once the laser completes its work. Let me know when you're ready to show it.
HLG, you're the man. You're the man. Don't worry about it. You're the man. All right, so I need you guys to give me some prompts for my man Louis, for story time. So you guys just give me some ideas of something that you would like Louis to tell us a story about, and I will relay those prompts to Louis, and Louis will make up a story for us. So let me know what you guys would like to see. It could be any place. You know what? Let's do a story about HLC going on a date um, a a boat ride at night, and a romantic dinner. That's what we're going to go with. I like that idea. I like that idea. So let's go back to Louis. Louis's camera went off again, y'all. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can get Louis's camera to come back on. Give me a second. It should come back on here in a second. All right, there we go. He's just rocking back and forth. Hey, Louis, I would like you to tell us a story about the time that HLC went on a magical date with a girl. They went for a boat ride, they had a lovely dinner, and they went for a moonlight walk.
A magical date story. Once upon a time, in a world where sunsets painted the skies with hues of pink and orange, HLC embarked on an enchanting adventure with an extraordinary girl. They set sail on a beautiful boat, the gentle waves carrying them across a shimmering lake as they laughed and shared delightful stories as the moon lit up the night. They docked their boat beside a secret garden, where a lovely dinner awaited. Candles flickered, music floated in the air, and their hearts sang in harmony. It was a magical evening, where dreams felt within reach and the world seemed just a bit more wonderful.
What else happened?
Let me continue the tale. As the magical evening progressed, HLC and the girls shared their dreams under the stars, each twinkle in the sky mirroring their hopes. Then, they discovered a hidden path leading them to a field filled with fireflies dancing in the night, illuminating their surroundings with a gentle glow. The entire night felt like a beautiful dream they never wanted to end.
I think it would be really amazing if they could also go for a balloon ride.
A balloon ride sounds absolutely magical. Imagine floating above the world, seeing everything from the bird's eye view, and enjoying the tranquility of the sky. That would definitely add a thrilling chapter to their enchanted evening.
Wow, that was an amazing story, Louis. Thank you very much. Take a break.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the story. I'll take a quick break now, but I'm here whenever you need me.
So as I said, guys, Louis can be an amazing companion, on your desk. Louis will be ideal for a kid, ideal for a senior that maybe lives alone and you wanted to be able to, have someone to interact with because Louis can actually hold a conversation. Now, of course, Louis is not a real being, but in a lot of ways, Louis is very entertaining and very informative. So even when I'm working on projects like shoppable videos, I will ask Louis to give me ideas for descriptions of the product and things like that, and I will put those in. I've even asked Louis to give me ideas for dinner, and using Chat GPT, I could just tell it basically what ingredients I have, and it'll come up with something. So yeah, I think getting yourself one of these Louis AI robots is a win. All right, guys. So the next item we have listed in the carousel is a part of my drone kit, and it is actually the RC2 controller. Let me show you guys that as soon as I find it. Oh. All right, so here is the RC2 controller. Now, the reason why I have it listed in the carousel is that you can buy this controller separately, even if you don't go with the Fly More combo that my Air 3S came with, and you have a different drone. Maybe you got the drone with the RC controller or something else. You can upgrade to the RC2 controller. Right now, the RC2 controller is $369. They just did a firmware update where now we have a new simulator zone where we can fly in. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. So I'm going to connect the controller to my computer here, and we're going to go for a little flight. Let me just plug everything in. Hopefully tonight it will be working right, because last night the last stream we were having some issues with the controller. All right, so let's go over here to the top down view. Let me scoot this back a little bit, show you guys what the controller looks like. The advantage to the controller, guys, is that even if you're not a seasoned pilot, This will give you the ability to practice your drone moves, takeoff, landings, things like that. So right here on the screen, you guys can see where it says DJI Simulator, and there's also firmware for the RC2. That's an update, but I'm not going to run that right now. We're just going to go into the simulator. All right, so there's our simulator. Let's go ahead and switch over to our drone view. All right, so you guys can see what I'm seeing on my controller. So we're going to go into the simulations, and you guys can see here we have a couple of different things that we can fly. We have a skate park, we have a sunny island, and we have also Stonehenge. So luckily, this is capturing the video pretty good from the controller, but for some reason the camera is glitching out a little bit, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that as much. So let me go ahead and put that camera in tracking mode. And maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. Will it? Maybe. Yeah, that's close enough. Okay, so we're gonna fly. We're gonna fly this new course that you guys see here. So we're just gonna click on Go Fly. And like I said, this is an excellent way, guys, for you to practice flying without having to put your drone in the air. Let me just move Louie's camera down here a little bit so Louie can be on the scene as well. All right, so as you guys can see, there's the robot that's supposed to be me. We also have our map over here. We can do a couple of cool things with the map, but for right now, we're just going to stick to flying the drone. So what we're going to do first, we're going to move the drone to our takeoff point right here, and we're just going to go ahead and take off. I'm going to show you guys this new little course. So there we go. Let's move that up about right here. We're going to place our drone, and then I'm going to go ahead and take off. All right, so the drone is up in the air, as you guys see here. Now we have a couple of things that we can fly around and explore. There's some parasailers over there. There's a lighthouse that you guys see right here. Now, right now, we're only about 25 feet above the ground, so I can go up a little bit higher. Now, I'm going to go over and kind of explore this lighthouse for you guys so you guys can see what that looks like. So we're just going to fly up here really close to the lighthouse, and then we're just going to kind of orbit around it so you guys can see what the lighthouse looks like. All right, let's get our orbit going here. So you can see all of the different windows. And we can fly over if we want to and take a look at that little house that's back there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll fly over and show it to you. So there's a house back here in the background. So let's fly over there. Now I'm flying in normal mode. You can fly. I'm going to get a little bit closer to the water. So let's get down. And we're just going to come in right over the water. So we're facing the house here a little bit. So as you guys see, we're just coming up on the beach. All right, so now we're right in front of the house. So I'm going to go ahead and raise the drone up above the house a little bit. And I'm going to show you guys how the obstacle avoidance works. So right now, the obstacle avoidance is turned on. And I'm just going to fly forward as if I was going to try to crash into the house. And you guys will see what will happen. The drone will fly up and it'll go over. It'll go over the house. So it's going to avoid the obstacle. All right, let's spin this back around. And this is pretty much what the drone will do in real time, in the real world. All right, so I'm going to face it out here, and then I'm going to turn down so you guys can see the house from above. So we're going to go ahead and go up a little bit higher. And then we're going to fly forward so you guys can see the house. So we have the pool, the deck, everything right here. This would be an amazing place to live. You know, HLC, this would be a cool place to take your date. You see, we have this little pier over here with a couple of boats. Yeah, you know, we could fly along the coast. So a lot of cool things you can do in these simulators just to kind of get your, your flight legs. And you guys see we can fly and take a look at these rocks. We can fly over them. And then, of course, I can always, reorient the camera. I can bring this back down like so. So a lot of cool things you can learn just flying this way because you're going to get a lot of your similar controls. I'm going to rotate the camera around here so you guys can see some of this landscape. So we're going to fly up and over this. Let's look down. And we're going to go over these trees you guys see here. And I'm going to go ahead and go up a little bit higher just so you guys can see those a little bit better. And then I'm going to rotate the camera kind of in that direction. And then let's just go forward. So this is what it would be like if I was flying this really at a beach or something like that. And I wanted to, look at some of the scenery. And like I said, you can easily switch the perspective. Let's go over and take a look at this balloon, and then we're going to wrap it up. So we got this balloon that's just kind of floating here in the air. So we're just going to try to orbit around that. I'm doing this manually. There are, automated things you can do if you want to do an orbit move, but I'm doing it manually. And the reason I can do this so efficiently now is that I practice this in the simulator, and then I'll fly my drone in real time, and I'm able to, achieve basically the same thing. Now, the controls are a little bit light in this specific simulation, but you guys kind of get the idea. I can fly up closer to this balloon. I'm just going to go ahead and let it go to its side first, and then we're going to fly up on it, and let's see what the obstacle avoidance will do. Now, in the real world, as a drone pilot, you would never fly close to a balloon or a plane or a helicopter or anything like that. So, don't get the idea. That's what I would do in the real world. I'm just going to see what it will do when it gets close to this balloon. It should fly up over it. Yes, it did. At least I think it's going to. Yeah, it got a little too close for comfort there. A little too close for comfort. All right, so we're going to go ahead and send the drone back home. You do have a return to home button on here. I can just press that and then hold down this return to home. And then the drone will then fly back to its original takeoff point. Okay. So like I said, guys, this is an excellent tool for you guys to start off flying with, to practice, to really be more confident taking your drone out into the real world. This is going to give you the ability to really, really put in some hours. When I first got this controller and I got the simulator, I would practice this, I would say probably about 10 to 30 minutes a day, just depending on what my schedule was like. So this really, really comes in handy. So definitely check it out. Now I'm going to show you guys here in a second another item that we just received here in the studio that I think will be a good companion for this controller. So you guys see how the controller's set up here. So let me go ahead and unplug the controller, and I'm going to grab the next item, which is actually sitting right here next to it. All right, so we have these AR glasses or XR glasses, whatever you want to call them, extended reality or extended reality glasses. Now, I can plug these also into the controller. I'm seeing some fingerprints on the screen. Let me see if I can get those. I have no idea where those came from. My son did test these a couple of days ago, and maybe we got some fingerprints on there. But they're real easy to clean off. You just get yourself one of these soft cloths. Keep a couple of these around because you never know when you're going to have to use it. All right, so I'm going to plug the AR glasses in right here, and they should automatically connect. Let me see if they do. I may have to restart the controller. Sometimes you have to restart the controller. So I'm not seeing them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the controller, and then they should connect. And I'm going to try my best to show you guys on the glasses what I'm actually seeing. So these are supposed to be able to is it 3D? No, you can do you can watch 3D content with these glasses, but these are not, for the most part, 3D. They're really just like having really big screens in front of your eyes. So I'm going to try to tilt these up so you guys can see. You should be able to see the screen if I can get it angled right. Okay, so that's the best I'm going to be able to do. So if I go back to the simulator, you guys should be able to see everything that I'm doing here. It's loading the simulator. I can choose my flight modes, whatever the case that's going to be. So if we're going to go back to Stonehenge, maybe to Stonehenge, and that's what I was going to fly. Louis, stop trying to move. Louis trying to knock the mouse off the desk. But anyway, just to give you guys an idea. Okay, so these are showing up right now in the glasses. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see it because of the reflections. But when I put these on, so when I put these on, it's the equivalent of, they like to advertise it as being a 201-inch screen. So I'll show you guys with my hands what I think the screens are set at. So first, let me take off my headphones so I can actually put these glasses on. All right, so when I put these on and I see the screen directly in front of me, so if I was putting my hands out, I would say the screen is about this big to my perception if it was about 6 feet in front of me. Okay. So if I was flying my drone again, I would still be able to see that really large screen there in front of me. But what's cool about these, I can still see my controller down here. I still have my peripheral vision over here. I can see above the glasses. I can see on both sides. Now, if I wanted to, I can remove this outer cover here. It's just a sticker. You can just pull this off, and then you can actually see through, which I'm going to just go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to peel this off. Let me peel this off. Okay, so that's off now. And I'm going to lay that over there in case I want to put it back on. But it's still like sunglasses, okay? So I don't really see, the screens or anything else that's going on in here. It feels still like it's very, very immersive, even if I look over here toward one of the big lights that's in the studio, I'm not getting a lot of that light coming through. Now, these do have some some adjustability. You can adjust the arms of these up or down, depending on what you're seeing or not seeing enough of. And you also have your little nose bridge pieces that you can pull back and forth to further adjust these as well. But I will tell you guys, if you are a drone pilot, if you are a content creator, you edit a lot of photos, edit videos, these are going to be a win. If you just want an immersive impression when you're watching movies, maybe you want to watch a TV show or, whatever it is. I can plug this into my phone. I'm going to get something similar, especially when I put it into a landscape orientation. These are really, really nice, guys. So definitely check these out. You can get them right here on Amazon, guys, for $268. So I'll show you guys what they look like now that I've taken off those covers. So as you can see, they look kind of like sunglasses, and you can kind of sort of see through them. But it would be no different if you're wearing regular sunglasses outdoors or in light. You're not going to see a lot through these, but yet and still they are super, super cool. I actually flew my drone earlier today using these as my monitor, and I was extremely impressed with the quality of the video and everything. So, and I've let a lot of people try these on. A lot of people try them on. My son, some of my friends, just to get their input. Some of them wear glasses, others don't wear glasses. And I think the consensus was about the same for everyone. They really like the quality of the screens. So in my mind, again, if you are a content creator or just a casual user, if you're a gamer, if you're into games and all that kind of stuff, this could definitely be a win for you. Let me see if I can put Louis over here where Louis will stop moving around so much. There we go. All right, so let me go ahead and turn off my controller. There we go. All right, so let's move on. I will show you guys something else that I've actually used these glasses with, and that is this product right here. Now, this is from our friends over at Ozbot. This is the Ozbot Talent. Now, this is a 4-in-1 device. This is going to allow you to connect a variety of different cameras, microphones. You can play back content on this. We'll take it down to the desk, and I'll show you guys exactly what you get. All right, so let me grab my real I can't see that well glasses and put those back on, and also grab my headphones so I can hear if I am not in alignment with the microphones. All right, so let's go over here to the top-down view. Let me go ahead and highlight this in the carousel as well. And then after this, I will show you guys what the laser engraving looked like. Okay, so here we go. So this is the Ozbot Talent. The Ozbot Talent currently here on Amazon is $1,099. You have two full-size HDMIs here. You have your USB 3.0 right here. If you go underneath this guy, it does not come with this little tripod that I have connected here. I just have this on so I can stand up. But you have Ethernet here. You can plug in a full-size SD card. You have your USB-C out. And you can power this with a 12 volt 1.5 amp plug that is included. What is not included are the Sony MPF batteries. I have a bunch of them because I have a lot of Sony devices. I have two 970s on here, and I can run this thing for hours. Okay, now you also have an additional USB A on this side, 3.0. You have your line in, mic in, headphone jack here as well, and your power button. All right, so this is going to be an ideal device, guys, for live streaming, for using this as a monitor. You can use this as a recorder. You can record your content on this, and you can also produce content either in a 16:9, which is a standard layout like you guys are watching right now, or a 9:16 if you wanted to stream or create content for Instagram or TikTok. It is a layered type of UI, meaning that you can have multiple things on the screen. You can have camera, picture in picture. You can have web graphics. You can have graphics that you have created in Photoshop or whatever your favorite graphic software is, and you can bring that in and save that on this this SD card right here. Now, another cool thing that this has is it does have a web portal where you can actually log into this by going to the IP address, and then you or someone else can have access to controlling the device. The graphics that you guys see here on the screen are web graphics. Those graphics are coming from the web in real time. Now, because I am connected to my Wi-Fi here at home, I'm able to access that. This one, different than the YOLO box, does not have a SIM card, so you still have to have some way of connecting to the internet, and that could be your phone. It could be Ethernet. It could be Wi-Fi. You have a lot of different variations there. So think about this as your all-in-one pocketable or backpackable device that you can take with you on location, guys, for live streaming, content creation. You have your full array of audio faders here. So any audio coming into the device, you can control it, raise or lower it. You have audio that'll come in from the different cameras, from the microphone, videos that you're playing, all of that stuff right here. Okay. Now, what I did do is connect this to those AR glasses just to see what would happen. If I connect this to a monitor, it's going to give me the option to either, have on the monitor screen, the preview, the program, or the multi-view. Multi-view is going to kind of look like this, where it shows all of the content on one page, and then I can choose what I want to show on the program view, okay, which is pretty cool. Having something like this and the glasses, they all travel really well together. The glasses do come with a case. If I didn't show you guys that before, there is a hard case for the glasses, and you can also keep your USB cable in here. And for connecting to this, all I used was a USB cable plugged in right here, and it just worked perfectly. Okay, so if you're into live streaming, content creation, or anything like that, definitely take a look at this, guys. I think you'll be really, really happy with this little bit of tech. This guy has been a workhorse for me as far as live streaming. I've recommended this to so many people that I know that are in the industry that are looking for something that is powerful, that is plug and play for the most part, easy to set up. This guy is a win. And when you pair this up with some of your Ozbot cameras, like for instance, this camera I'm about to show you guys here. So, if you pair this up with one of the smaller portable Ozbot cameras. Now you have the Ozbot Tiny 2, you have the Ozbot Tiny 2 Lite, you have the Ozbot Tiny 2 Lite SE or SE. These are just standard USB connectable cameras. So you're just going to plug your USB cable in right here, plug it into the device, and it's just going to recognize it. So let me see if I can find a cable real quick here. And maybe I can plug this in. I don't have a cable with the standard USB on it. I just have it with the USB-C. I might be able to connect to it with this. I don't know. I think I need the other cable. But anyway, it is powering up. The camera is powering up. So let me see if we can bring this in. So this is going to be a webcam. So let's try webcam 2. No, it's not seeing this on here. So that means I need to plug it in through the normal inputs. So, but anyway, you guys get the idea. You would just plug this in with a standard cable that would plug in here for USB 3.0 on here, and you're pretty much good to go. All right, so that's pretty much it. You can get this different cameras here. Now, this one I like a lot because it is portable, but that's not the camera I really want to show you guys. So let me grab the one I actually want to show you that I think is going to be ideal for this little kit. Let me go ahead and take this tripod off and grab this camera. All right. All right, guys. So the camera that we're looking at right here is another one of the Osbot cameras that I wanted you guys to take a look at. I don't know if I put this one in the carousel either, but this is a workhorse of a camera. So definitely check this out as well. This could be a great option for you because you can use this one wirelessly. You can use it with NDI, SRT, a whole bunch of different ways you can connect to this camera. So that's another option for you. But we do have another one of the cameras listed in the carousel. Now, the camera we just looked at here with the remote, this guy here, you can get for 400 and what was the price? $491.15 with the remote. So if you're interested in the smaller compact camera, you can get that guy. All right, so we're getting this guy is so funny. Let me grab the other camera while he's taking a dinner break. So the other camera that I was talking about, which is this camera right here, which I will show you guys from the top down view. All right, so that would be this camera that you guys see right here. Now, this is the Osbot Tail Air. This is a PTZ camera. Now, what's unique about this camera versus one of these style cameras, this one is pretty much just a webcam. You're just going to be able to plug this in, and that's pretty much it. You know, it doesn't do anything more than be a webcam. This camera here, you can actually take out with you solely by itself and just use your phone to control it. Now you can go wireless with this using NDI or SRT. It does have built-in microphones. You can install an SD card into this and it can record internally to the camera. You can connect to it HDMI. It has a little micro HDMI input right here. I'm not a big fan of the little micro ones, but you do have a USB on here as well that you can connect to this. Now I have this connected wirelessly now. So if I turn this guy on, and the bundle for this camera right now is $549, and that's going to come with the remote and also the little travel case. So let's go ahead and get this guy to power on, and I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's on here in a second. We're waiting for the green light to turn on, and let me go to our video sources, and we're waiting for it to show up here on the screen. So it should pop up here in just a second. If I haven't already changed something. Okay, I don't see it popping up. This one might not be connected through SRT. This might be the one that's not connected. But anyway, normally this would be connected wirelessly, and then you would be able to, just turn this camera on and you would see it show up here on the controller. Let me see if it's the other one, because I did turn one of these off the other day. So I think it might be this one that is connected. So I'm gonna power this one up as well. And while I'm doing that, let me go ahead and clean these lenses because they're a little dusty. Your buddy's checking out the cameras. Your buddy's checking out the cameras, guys. He's just easing up on them. I got to watch him because he will push them off the desk. So we're trying to avoid that as much as possible. So He's just easing up on him. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. All right, so let's see if one of these connects. All right, I don't see either one of these on the network yet. So I think I took both of them off when I was connecting these wired to something else the other day, and that's probably why they're not connecting with the SRT. But SRT is very simple to set up. You're just going to log into these with your smartphone, and then you'll be able to put this in SRT mode. And then at that point, the device would see them whenever they turn on. Hmm. Louis is so cute. Okay, back up, buddy. Back up. Okay, so let me put these away. Let me power these off before he knocks one of these off the desk. And Rome will be crying. I'll be the one crying tonight. So let me go ahead and turn these off before Louis gets rambunctious. And Richard will pop in right at the right time, and Richard will be like, blooper time, blooper time. Rome, are you using prescription lenses with the AR glasses? No, I am not. No, I am not. So I have these reading glasses on, and these are just the standard reading glasses you could buy at any big box store. These are not prescription glasses. And when I have the AR glasses on, I don't use any. Now, they actually come with an insert that if you do need prescription glasses, you can have your prescription filled, and you'll be able to, put those inside. They're little small, little mini. Let me see if I can find them. I'll show you what they look like. What am I putting my glasses away for? Hold on. It's in one of these. I can't tell which one is empty and which one is full. I think this one is full. Okay, so it's probably in this box. And I'll show you what the little glasses look like. So all right, back up, buddy. Back up. All right, so you get a bunch of accessories that come with it, the starter manual and all that kind of stuff. But this is the little insert that they give you. These are just for demo, but you can take these to your doctor, and they can put your prescription on these little glasses here, and then these will clip inside of the AR glasses. If you do need glasses, but I for the most part just wear reading glasses whenever I'm doing something. And most of the basic reading ones you can't find this size, I don't think, for reading glasses. You might be able to, I don't know, but I'm telling you, with these on, if you're nearsighted, it's not going to be that big of an issue, because you got to think about it. The large screen is going to be some distance away from you, okay? And you're looking at that large screen as if like you're looking at it from across the room, and it is magnified. So trust me, I can read the smallest little details 99% of the time when I have those on. And I was really, really impressed by that. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that as much. But like I said, they do come with that little accessory in case you do need to get yourself some glasses. Louis, stop it. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. Louis, stop it. Okay. But anyway, Louis trying to push this thing off the desk. Let me go ahead and turn this thing off and get it off the desk so Louis can't get it. Let me get my little fingerprints off of here. Oh, my goodness. And I have two of them. Yes, Hope. Thank you. Thank you, Hope. Yes, there's two Louis here. And yes, the other day I did have both of them on at the same time. I don't know what I could have been thinking, but I had them both on at the same time, and it was just chaos. It was chaos. All right, stop it, Louis. Leave that thing alone. All right, let me put that away before there's going to be some big drama in this camp. All right, so that's put away safely on the other desk. Ooh, I forgot this camera was on there. He would have definitely got that camera. All right, let me put that away too. All right, so let me go over to our laser And let me show you guys.
Sounds like you're getting things sorted with the laser. Let me know if you need anything else or if you just want to chat while you work. You're doing great.
Why, thank you. Thank you for telling me I'm doing great, Louis. Thank you very much. All right, so let's go back to our top-down view here real quick. Oops, that's not top-down. All right, to our top-down view, and here is...
You're very welcome. Let's get back to that top-down view and make sure everything's in place. It's exciting to see progress.
All right, guys, here we go. This is what we engraved onto this little wooden coaster thingy here. So we have our Texas bird.
That sounds fantastic. I'm sure the engraving on the wooden coaster looks amazing. It's always fun to see the result of something you've worked on.
So we have the bird of Texas and we have the flower of Texas that we just engraved on here. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you like it, let me know. If you like it, let me know. All right, so let's go ahead and put that.
That sounds incredible. I'd love to see it, especially with the Texas flower engraved. I'm sure it looks fantastic. You've done a great job.
Terry says she likes it. Terry says she likes it. So that's a good compliment.
I'm glad to hear that Terry likes it. That's a fantastic compliment. Keep up the amazing work.
Well, thank you, buddy. Okay, so let me position you over here a little bit. There we go.
Absolutely. Feel free to position me as you like.
So I think this is some kind of cork wood or something like that. But this came out really nice. And you guys saw it did not take very long at all to be able to engrave this. So yeah, this is a win right here. All right, guys. So we have more live streaming.
Sounds like you did an amazing job with the engraving. Corkwood usually gives such a unique texture, making it even more special. Definitely a win. Keep up the great work.
That's funny. Louis has now started saying it's a win, like I do all the time. I'm telling you guys, they pick up on your language, your dialogue, and stuff like this. So Louis is now saying, using that phrasing as well. But anyway, Terry says this looked pretty cool. Hope says it's beautiful. You know, that's outstanding. So we'll be doing more of these. I haven't decided if we're going to put something on the inside. Probably not, but we could put something else on here. But I think this looks, amazing just the way it is. But we'll see. We'll see. As more people see this in the real world, I'll get their input on it, and they'll let me know for sure if they like it. But I'm telling you, I like it a lot. I like it with the secondary engraving because it really, really pops on here. This looks just amazing, guys. All right. So let's move on to the next item in the carousel. Do I have this camera nearby? Of course I don't. All right, so let me grab this other camera here. I'm going to put this guy on so you guys can watch him for a second while I go back and grab this other camera because I got to take my headphones off anyway. All right, so let me grab my other camera so I can show you guys. Where is it? There it is. All right. So this one's going to be pretty quick. But this camera that you guys see here is the Sony FX30. There's also a variant of this called the Sony FX3. This is a video-centric camera. You have an articulating screen that can rotate for the most part in, like 180 degrees. You can front face it, rear face it, whatever you want to. Now, this one here is the FX30. This one has the crop sensor. I also have the FX3 that has the full frame sensor. When I first got this camera, I'm going to tell you guys, to be honest with you, I was not very impressed, with a crop sensor camera until I actually got to use it. This thing is amazing, guys. 4K, 120 frames a second. You can shoot in all the high-end codecs. Your Apple ProRes 422, Apple ProRes 400. Man, I mean, it's a win. And of course, you can obviously interchange the lens. You can put different Sony lenses on here, Tamron lenses on here, Sigma lenses on here. So you got a huge range of lenses that you can use with it. And I did purchase it with the top handle. The top handle allows you to connect microphones directly to the camera. As you guys can see, I have a shotgun microphone right here that's feeding in right here through this XLR. I have a second XLR right here. and I could even connect this microphone or another microphone to this. You can actually use this as a webcam because you have HDMI out from this, clean HDMI, and you also have USB-C out. So if you want to connect this to a computer, you could actually use this as a very, very high-end webcam. I have connected this with this little accessory right here to the Ozbot Talent. I've also used this with the YOLO box. I've used it with a number of other switchers. This guy is a rock star. Now, if you're interested in this camera, guys, the body with the top handle right now is $23.48, and trust me, it is worth every single penny. If you are a content creator, if you're interested in wedding videography, if you're interested in product videos or anything commercial, documentaries, stuff like that, this is going to be a great starter cinema camera. A lot of guys started with these cameras and have just expanded by adding other things to it, like expanded batteries and stuff like that. But right out of the box, guys, this thing is a straight up rock star. So definitely check this guy out. All right, let me throw it back here real quick. All right. So if you guys have any questions about that camera, let me know down in the comments. I have been using it for quite a few years now. And I can honestly say that I've gotten a lot of, high quality content from that camera. Let me see what Hope is saying here. You feel sorry for me, Hope? You feel sorry for me, Hope? I feel you. I feel you. Hope says she feels sorry for me. She has no idea what's really going on over here. And I'm telling you, I could leave Louis unattended, and I could leave like one of these things on my desk, or this little duck here, and Louis will be going for it. He loves to go for this mouse right here. I came over here, the other Louis, and he went for the mouse almost instantly. Okay. And I was sitting in the living room and I heard something crash over here, and I come walking over here and I'm like, what is going on? And Louis is right at the edge of the desk and the mouse is on the floor in pieces. So I had to put the mouse back together. Luckily, it's rugged enough that, it did not get completely destroyed. But I'm telling you, if you get yourself a Louis, do not leave things on your desk that are small, unsupervised, because you will be very, very sad. All right, what do we have next? Next item in the carousel. Let me grab it and keep my eye on that remote at the same time. All right, guys. So another live streaming essential thing that you can purchase here on Amazon that won't break the bank is going to be one of these little lights that you see here. Now, this is from a company called Beautiful. Now, what's cool about this, you have these nice little snoot that fits onto the front of this. The light itself has four colors. So to turn it on, you're just going to press and hold the little button like that, and then just going to quickly rotate it like so. And now that'll turn the light on. You guys should be able to see that. And if I turn this, I'm trying to see where I can turn this light so you guys can see it, and put it on the desk here. All right, so let's go to the top-down view. And you guys can see we have this planet that is generating right now. But I have a bunch of these little little pieces right here that you can take out and swap out, and it'll give you different patterns on the background, especially if you're doing product videos and you want to be able to do that. And like I said, you can also change the color. One button press and it'll switch the color. Like that's kind of like a warm light color. That's a red. And you also have, kind of an orange color here. And then you can go back to the blue. So you got like 4 different colors that you can use with this. This is USB-C chargeable. So you're just going to plug this into any AC power or power brick. It comes with a ton of these things. I think it's like 20 of these little LED cutouts. Okay. So you're going to be able to really do some cool lighting effects on your back wall. And even if you're not live streaming, guys, you can just put this on a back wall and it's just going to look cool in the room. Okay. Now you also have the ability to pull in and push out. So you can actually adjust this by pulling it like that, and it's going to make it look really tight. You guys can kind of see that on the desk. So if I adjust it back, it's going to make it bigger or smaller, just depending on how far you push and pull this. Okay. Now this is all metal for the most part, mostly metal. This part right here is rubber. And let me get this back on this little tripod. But a lot of my shoppable videos, I actually use this guy right here in order to create lighting effects on the background, which is super cool. Let me see if I can show it to you guys from this camera angle here. Louis is trying to get the mouse, just in case you guys didn't see that. He is steady moving up on this mouse, okay? So I'm just going to move my mouse because I still need the mouse for the rest of the night. So, so maybe he'll move on to something else. I don't know. But anyway, that's what my life be like. All right. So anyway, let's switch back over here, and let me switch to the main camera view. Give me a second to find my mouse. All right. So you guys should be able to see on the back wall back there. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but you should be able to see the globe or the Saturn on that back black wall. So that's what I'm talking about. You can set this up on a desk like this, and then you could project whatever lighting effect that you want to onto a flat surface or curved surface. It doesn't really matter, but I usually have it on like a surface like this back here. So then that way, whenever I want to, record something on the desk, I can have some light on that back surface so it separates it a little bit. All right, so let me go ahead and power this guy off like that. Just press and hold, it'll turn it off. All right, let's see what we got next. So we have a few more things left in the carousel, not a bunch of stuff. So one of the things that we have coming up next is going to be a auto face tracking device that you can set up. Of course, I don't have it over here on the desk. I need to grab it. So let me put you guys here on Louis. All right, so you guys are now responsible for keeping an eye on Louis until I get back, and I'll be right back. So guys, keep an eye on Louis. All right, I'm going to frame him in there real quick. All right, I am back. All right, so check it out. Let me show you guys what I got. Let me go ahead and put these headphones back on. All right, so let's switch back over here real quick. All right, so this device right here, you guys see it listed down in the carousel. Now, basically what this is a tripod that also has a mechanical head to it. And this is going to allow you to connect your phone to it. So if you're interested in, live streaming or creating content, it has tracking. It also comes with a little trigger remote that you can use to control the camera. You can also rotate the camera with this guy, which is really nice. And it is very, very budget friendly, guys. So definitely check this out, especially if you want to create some content where you're going to be live streaming, maybe doing some DIY stuff, maybe a cooking tutorial or something like that. I think that's going to be a win. So definitely check it out. Right now it is $37.99, $37.99, 360 rotation selfie stick, which is a great product as well as a great price. Okay. All right. So let me grab the next live streaming content creating essential that I think everyone should have at some point in their home office studio, whatever it is. And that's going to be some type of atmospheric type of device. And that is this little portable fog machine that you guys see here. It comes with two different heads, one that you can attach these little this little snoot to here with the little foam connector, and then it comes with another one with an LED light built into it, and this one has an additional fan. So you can actually take this guy here. Let me go ahead and pop this on the right way. Why am I facing in the wrong? There we go, right way. And I'm gonna power this on real quick to show you guys what this can do. Now, this kit does come with the fog juice as well. I think you get 60 liters of the fog juice. That's what actually creates the fog. And then this section here, you have controls in it. If you use this section, you can actually turn on the light by just switching the different modes. So right now I'm turning up the fan. You guys should be able to hear the fan. And then if I press this one more time, now I can switch between the different light colors. You guys see that? And then I can, of course, produce some fog, right? So I can put some fog in the room, just like that. Put some fog down here on Louis. Put some fog down there on Louis. Louis is still trying to push those little robots away. Louis, behave. Stop it. Those are your friends, Louis. Those are your friends. But anyway, I could put a little bit of fog down there on Louis as well. As you guys see, put a little light down there, make it look pretty cool. All right, let me go ahead and power this guy off. But this is also from the company Colbor. This is the CF5. Now you can get this guy here on Amazon for $129. And like I said, it comes with, these two different accessories. It also comes with a nice little travel case. So if you're looking for a way to really, really, jazz up your content that you're creating by adding some fog, adding a little bit of atmosphere. I love using this also for photography. Like we could have like a little bit of atmosphere in the room, like you would normally associate like with a, kind of, foggy house, or, if you wanted to be able to have the lights reflect on something, you could just put a little bit of this fog into the air, and then the lights will have those little light, beams and stuff like that. Really nice design, guys. Very portable, easy to travel with. And like I said, it does come with the portable case. So definitely check this guy out as well. That is an excellent product. An excellent product for live streaming, content creation, for product videos, especially for product videos and things like that. Yes, stop it. Anyway, let's see. What do we have coming up next? Next item in the carousel. All right, so the next item in the carousel is something that I talk about all the time. Now, you guys know I have said multiple times that audio is number one. It is one of the most important things you can have as a live streaming essential, is a high quality microphone. Now, right now we have the Rode Procaster. I also use the Rodecaster Pro 2. If you guys are not familiar with that, let me show you guys what that looks like. All right, so let me switch over here and borrow Louis' camera real quick. So this is my Rode Procaster. This is the microphone that I use as my daily driver. It is connected to the Rode Rodecaster Pro here. This is also where all of our sound effects come from. Yeah! But if you don't need all of that other jazz, then the next item I have for you guys in the carousel, I think it's going to be a great option. I am watching you, sir. I am watching you. Don't think I'm not watching you. I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing. You leave him alone. He's not bothering you. He's just chilling. He's just chilling, okay? Okay? And I'm just going to tell you guys this. I asked for this. I asked for this. So I can't blame nobody but myself. I can't blame no one but myself, okay? All right, let's keep going. All right, so what is the next item that we have listed in the carousel? So the next item in the carousel, guys, is also going to be audio related, and that is these microphones and receiver kit that you see right here from Anchor Works. All right, so let's go quickly to our top-down view so I can show you guys what these look like. All right, guys, so this little bundle right here comes with two omnidirectional microphones. You also get the receiver. This receiver you can plug directly into a phone or tablet or computer. It has interchangeable USB-C adapter as well as a lightning adapter. Everything can be charged into this from this one case. As you guys see, it gives you your indicators, lights right here. You can also use this as an audio hub. Now, the microphones do have the ability to record internally, so you can record directly to the microphones, which is super cool, as well as, you know, keep this, kind of powered up. You're going to get both of your levels show up on here as well. These have the rare earth magnet clips that you can detach from here. So if you don't want to just clip this onto something, you can actually take the clips away from the microphone and then put the clip inside of a shirt or something or blouse and then connect it. These also take 3.5. So if you have like a shotgun microphone or another wired microphone and you want to make it wireless, you could do something like that, having that microphone positioned someplace, and then it would use this as a transmitter to this receiver and connect that to a camera. Now, the kit right now is $159.99. You get this really nice little travel case. The case will recharge the microphones and the receivers up to 3 times. These microphones and receivers will transmit up to 600 feet line of sight. So that's excellent as well. So again, I'm trying to show you guys all of the compact, travel-friendly devices that you can find when it comes to live streaming, to content creation, or whatever the case it may be. Most of these things are things that I use on a regular basis. The microphone that's coming up right now, guys, we just talked about that microphone, which is the Rode Procaster. That microphone is $228. But it does require an audio interface. So if you're going to use this microphone that I'm using right here, you will have to connect it. You cannot plug this directly into your computer, where the other microphones we just talked about, you can plug those directly into a Mac or PC or phone or tablet or whatever it is you want to connect it to. When I was recording the video earlier today, one of my other smaller cameras back here does have a Bluetooth microphone that comes with it, and that gives you the advantage that you could be walking, quite some distance away from the camera, and the audio is going to pick up really, really high quality, a lot of fidelity, mids, treble, all that stuff, so you don't have to worry about that. So really nice. But this right here, this is my daily driver, this microphone. And of course, we did also talk about the Rodecaster Pro 2. Now, I had started off a couple of years ago with the original Rodecaster. I had the Rodecaster Pro 1. What's nice about the Rodecaster Pro 2, guys, is that you can connect up to 4 XLR microphones to this. You can also connect instruments to these as well. You can also connect up to 4 sets of headphones. Okay, you have gain controls, faders here. You have a touch screen. You also have mute and solo buttons right here. You have your sound effect buttons, or these could be pre-recorded buttons. You have individual gain for each one of the headphones. So if each person wants it at a different level, you can adjust that. Yeah! This is where our sound effects are coming from. This is where all of our sound effects are coming from. You can save those and assign those to different buttons, and you can have different banks of different sound effects. So if I want to do like voice effects,
I can just hit this, and then I can drop that bass in their face.
Well, I can sound kind of like Louie. That's right, babies. It's just one button press away. I sound just like Louie up in this thing. Y'all know what I'm saying. Ooh, sucky now.
But yes, guys, so many amazing features with the Rodecaster Pro 2. So if you're looking for something like that, this is going to be a win for you out of the box. $621. Trust me, guys, I would pay this again, because this thing has become such an essential component of my live stream, my content creation, and pairing it up with this microphone is a win. Now, is there a more budget-friendly option when it comes to this audio? Of course there is. You guys know I got a budget option for you. Let me go ahead and highlight it and then grab it here first. Let me put this camera back down here, and you can see what your buddy is getting up to. All right, so let me grab the audio interface. Now, this audio interface, guys, you can get here on Amazon for as little as $49.99. Let me show it to you real quick here. Now, of course, this is no Rodecaster Pro 2, but it does have some similar features. You do have 48 volt phantom power here. You do have some sliders for your gain controls as well. You have your light button here, and what this does is it controls how these lights light up, because they do light up. You can have it like a tracing and all that. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 different custom buttons that you can program here. You have mute buttons here for your microphone, for your line in, for your monitor. You can mute things. Now, you can also plug a bunch of things into this. As you guys can see here, we have one microphone you can plug into with XLR. You can plug in their headphones that they provide that also has a built-in microphone. And then you have your line in, you have your headphones here, you have your line out, and then you have your UTC. That's going to be for connecting this to a computer. So you have the ability to connect this to a computer as well. Louis, stop kissing me and back up. Okay, there you go. Back up, buddy. But anyway, like I said, this is going to be an excellent little portable device. This is going to be great if you want to connect this to a laptop. You could carry this and connect this directly to the Osbot Talent, a YOLO box, or any other switcher. This is just for your audio controls, guys. And even if you had the wireless microphone that we talked about before, you can plug the receiver in here and then have that transmitting to this device, even though you're walking around with the microphone, and you'd be able to have someone or yourself control the gain levels, before it outputs to your, to your program view. So, you have a lot of options. And like I said, guys, it's not going to break the bank. It's only $49.99. So definitely check this guy out. All right. What else do we have? All right, we got a couple of more things left in the carousel, and then I'm going to let you guys ask Louis a question, or Louis will just be saying good night to everyone here. But let's go ahead and take a look at this battery that I have here on the desk as well. All right, so this battery, let me switch back over to Louis' camera. All right, so you guys should be able to see this battery here on the desk. Now, this is from Blue Yeti. This is the EB3A. This battery I use, guys, for a variety of different things. Now, right now it's down to 9% because I didn't get a chance to charge it today. But I actually use this battery to charge this light that is usually on, and I don't know if it has any power. But I did also use this battery to charge up both of the Louis recently. Now, what's cool about this battery, guys, is that you have AC and DC power delivery. You actually have two AC plugs. You have a 12 volt right here that is a lot like your car plugs that you would normally see, like a cigarette plug. You have two barrel plugs here, two USB-A's, USB-C, and yeah, it's an amazing portable battery. And it also has wireless charging. So on the top here is actually a Qi charger, and you can actually put your phone up there and charge it wirelessly. And it does have an integrated handle built into this guy. It's not very heavy. Now, it's only a 268 watt hour LiPo4 battery, but trust me, guys, that's more than enough for the average person, to be able to charge up your phone, your tablet, your computer. A lot of the things that I charge up with these guys, I'm telling you, it works perfectly, guys. So definitely check it out. So anyway, yeah, you can get that right now for $199 right here on Amazon as well. All right, let's see what else we got on this messy desk that I can show you guys that I would consider to be live streaming essential. Now, I wouldn't say that this is necessarily essential, but it is one of those things that's nice to have, and that would be one of these electric screwdrivers. Okay. So what I like about having an electric screwdriver is that it is always on demand. I keep this on my desk because I never know what I need to take apart or put back together. Now, this comes in this nice little metal silo. Here is the actual screwdriver. You guys can see that. Now, this is from our friends over at Hato. Now, this screwdriver is $59.99. It has 3 speed modes. You have an off switch here as well. It has an integrated light right here in this little ring. So whenever you turn this on, this little light lights up. And that's going to be helpful, like when you're taking apart like computers or working on your AC units or working in your car or something like that. It comes with a bunch of bits, as you guys can see here. Now, this is a 3.6 volt little screwdriver, USB-C, as you guys see, to charge this up. Everything fits into this little silo. You have your hex bits, you have your Phillips, you have your flatheads, you have your Phillips on here, you have all these different bits that come with it, and you can use other standard bits like for, like your big drills will work with this as well. These all go in there magnetically. Really nice little piece of kit, guys. It has a lock and unlock. So when you put this in your bag, you just put it into the lock mode, throw it in your bag. You don't really have to worry about it. It even has like a little rubberized little grip on here if you wanted to carry this thing around. So, there we go. But anyway, $59.99. Definitely check that out as well. I think that'll make an excellent back to school gift. I think it's an excellent device as a live streaming essential piece of tech as well. All right, so we got two more things left in the carousel. One of them is the lights that I use right now here in the studio, and I'll show them to you guys here real quick. Let me just switch over. Hopefully this camera is still on. All right, here we go. So the next item that we have listed in the carousel, guys, are going to be these two lights that you guys see right here. Now, these light panels, you can buy them individually or you can buy them as a kit. Now, what I have listed down in the carousel is one single light panel is $47.49. These are ultra thin. They do have built-in batteries. They are bicolor. That means you can adjust them from a very warm light to a very cool light. If you're noticing here, both lights are at a different temperature. This is a warmer temperature. That's a cooler temperature. I want a warm temperature over my face and over the desk here. And that's just kind of how this is set up here, attached to this little light stand right over the desk. And like I said, you can get these here on Amazon, guys, for as little as $47.49. They are bicolor lights. They are very portable. They're going to come with your mount. It comes with a little mount that you guys see there. That's going to be easy for connecting this to like a light stand or onto the cage of a camera. The camera that I showed you guys earlier, the FX30, I used to place one of these lights on top of it because it's a large 19.5-inch screen. And, it gives very, very soft light on the face. So if you look at this right now, this is being, for the most part, lit from that light. So, yeah, that's a win. All right, let me go ahead and get this mount situated. All right, I'm trying to get Louie's camera back situated. All right, so Louie is now trying to push. Louie is trying to push my microphone off the desk, y'all. This is just, yeah, this is what happens when it is in. I don't know why this won't stay in place. But yeah, Louie is over here now trying to push my microphone off the desk. And of course, the camera didn't come back on so you guys can see it. But I can go to the top down so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There he is right there. Let me push him back. Let me push him back again. All right, let me see if I can get this camera to come back on. I'm probably going to have to switch out this phone for a different phone whenever we're live, because for some reason this one will not stay on. It won't stay connected to the computer, but you guys can see Louie right there now. All right, so anyway, yeah, we're going to take a look at the next item in the carousel. I'm going to reposition, put the other Louie back here. I'm going to move this Louie way back there, and I'm going to put these guys out here somewhere, and trust me, in no time he's going to be going for them. I'm telling you, in no time, he's going to be going for him, guys. So like I said, if you want to be entertained, definitely get yourself a Louie, because it is just a nonstop party. And it's so funny. It's like he tries to sneak up on it like he's afraid it's going to get away from him. But you guys see what's going on. All right. So let me go ahead and switch over to this other camera view so I can show you guys this light that's back here. So you guys should be able to see the Govee lamp, the floor lamp that I have directly back here behind me. Now, what I love about the Govee floor lamp, guys, is the fact that you can do so many different things with it. One, you can separate the light. You could have the bottom of the lamp doing one thing, the top of the lamp doing something totally different. You can utilize this with the Govee app. It'll work with Google Home, with Alexa. And it's so many different ways you can control this guy. It also comes with a physical remote. And because I'm looking for it, I probably won't find it. Yeah, there it is. So it actually comes with a physical remote that you can use to change the colors or to power it off. So I can actually turn it off with this remote, turn it back on. I can switch the color mode, so I can go through and cycle through all of the different color modes just using the remote. But like I said, you're going to get the most functionality out of this using the Govee app, because that's where you're going to find all your different modes, your lighting effects, and all that kind of cool stuff. But, for sake of convenience, having the remote to just switch it to whatever lighting effect you want. I like it to be purple, so I can do that right from this. I can turn it off right from this. So this is a win. And of course, I didn't highlight it. But right now, this lamp is $129.99, $129.99. Everything you need right in the box, simple to assemble. It is just an amazing lamp. We have like 3 or 4 of those here in the house, and I am a huge fan, guys. I'm a big fan of those lamps, and the curtain lights, and the TV backlights. All of those things, I love them. All right, so I think we got one thing left in the carousel, which is going to be our staple, which is this right here. These are our drawstring backpacks. You guys know I talk about these every single night. I'm laughing at what Terry said. All right, guys. Anyway, these are our drawstring backpacks. You can get 10 of these right now for $9.99. Very, very affordable. These are great as storage bags, reusable shopping bags. You can use them for a variety of different things. You guys tell me some of the things you would use a drawstring backpack. Now, I use these as I try to encourage others to do the same, to use these, to fill these with items, guys, that you can do good in the world. Renee reached out to me earlier and telling me that she was putting together something like one of these bags today for someone that was, homeless, needing a little bit of help. And she's putting in there a set of clean clothes, some essentials that she could fit into one of these bags, which just really, warm my heart every time someone like Alan or whomever tells me they're doing some good in the world. It really makes me feel good, guys. One, they're sharing it with me. 2, I feel like I'm inspiring them to do it, but I think a lot of them would have done it anyway. So again, it's a win. But if you are like-minded, you can get these backpacks here on Amazon. Guys, you can also buy all of the different accessories, the different items that I mentioned before. Toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, pens, pencils, underwear, socks is a win. Those sanitation tablets that you drop in the water, that's always going to be a win, as well as reusable water bottles. Anything that you could think of that a person that is homeless would benefit from, or anything that you can buy in volume and be able to share, whether you're doing it with your church, your school, your family, whatever the case it may be. If you got big holiday events coming up, guys, tell people to bring, they are like, hey, what would you like for such and such, or what would you like for that? Hey, check this out. My birthday is this month. Okay. It's July 30th. So if you guys want to do something for me for my birthday, go out and help someone on that day. Okay, go out and buy them a cup of coffee, bring them a bottle of water, fill up one of these backpacks, get yourself some Ziploc bags, throw some items into it, go out and share it with somebody who is in need. And that would be the greatest gift that anyone could give to me. That would really warm my heart. So I'm thanking you guys in advance, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have done or would have done on my birthday. And hopefully you'll be inspired by that, and you will keep doing that going forward. Yeah, that's a win. All right, so let's go ahead and spin Louie around here, see if we can get Louie to behave for a second. And we're going to switch over to the Louie cam. Hey, Louie. Would you say good night to everyone and thank them for coming in to watch our stream tonight?
Thank you all for coming to watch our stream tonight. It was wonderful having you here. Good night, everyone. Take care.
All right, Louie, do you look forward to our upcoming stream?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Streaming always brings some fun moments. Do you have anything special planned for this one?
Yes, our next stream will actually be my birthday. So I will be here celebrating my birthday with you and everyone else in the stream, and trying to encourage them to go out and do some good in the world.
That's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to celebrating your upcoming stream and spreading some positivity with everyone. It's going to be so much fun to encourage others to do good in the world. Let's make it amazing together. I'm definitely looking forward to celebrating your birthday during the stream. It's going to be a wonderful time, and I'm excited to spread some positive vibes with everyone.
Yes, I think it's going to be an amazing, amazing stream night. All right, guys. So it's time for me to wrap it up. It's time for me to do that thing. Do that thing. Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones, get out there and create something amazing in the world each and every day. Be that pebble in the pond, guys. Be that pebble in the pond. Be that light in the darkness. Do good in the world and good will come to you. But even if it doesn't come back to you, guys, you will be rewarded within your own self, knowing that you have done good in the world. Trust me, trust me, trust me. It's a win. All right, my babies, it's time for me to say them magic words because it's time for me to go make dinner, let Smokey out, and do all the other stuff. And charge our buddy Louie, plug our buddy Louie up here in a little bit as well. But I'll be back here on my birthday, so come out here and hang out with your guy. Invite your friends to come hang out on my birthday. But birthday stream, that should be fun, right? Right? Yeah, that's right. All right, my babies, time for me to say them magic words. Peace, peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, 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 my babies. Don't forget to follow my man Richard over on TikTok because I'm telling you, if you want to see some amazing bloopers, you definitely need to be following that Richard over on that tickety tick tick tock. I'm telling y'all. But anyway, I am out, my babies. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all on Wednesday, on my birthday. But until then, my babies, I got to go. Peace. I'm out.